Good Joe, ladies and gentlemen, and all of our friends beyond the gender binary. It is sometime in the 3 o'clock hour here on KGLT, KGLZ, and KGLT.net, which means it is time for The Coffee Show by order of His Majesty the King, featuring me and my friend Randy. Hi, Randy.
Hi, Keith. I got a new order from the king. He wants a medium pizza topped with extra cheese just for him.
Yeah, it's not the king of a principality or country. It's the king of pizza,
Right.
who orders us to do another coffee show, which is kind of weird. You think it would be the pizza show he orders, but nope. He is a man of many interests.
Who are we to turn down the king of pizza?
Yeah.
I myself love and respect pizza. I will hold him in the highest regard.
Yes, all people contain multitudes, and I contain multitudes of pizza from program underwriter Columbo's Pizza and Pasta.
Keith, I'm a little worried about the Pizza King. He's been talking lately like he doesn't want to listen to the Pizza Pope any longer, and I think things are not going to go well.
There's going to be a pizza schism?
No, the Pizza Schism was the last time that there was a second Pizza Pope who was claiming to be the real Pizza Pope.
Yeah, that's how we ended up with deep dish Chicago pizza. That abomination.
Yeah, it was... The lawsuit came out that one of them can still be the Pizza Pope and the other one has to be Papal Pizza. They had to just change their name. It's confusing.
Yeah,
it's like the...
It's original Pope's Pizza, original famous popes, famous original popes. Did I beat you to that exact punchline? Sorry.
Yeah, you did. The reason the king is disagreeing with the Pope is that he wants to stuff some crust.
He's met... Look, all I'm saying is that pizza tends to attract an unsavory crowd. You've got a godfather...
That's
clearly
true.
a member of the Cosa Nostra, running a pizza chain. I don't know why they haven't been busted by the IRS yet.
The Caesar himself.
Yeah. A usurper of the Round Table, even if you're on the West Coast.
Definitely. A World War I pilot for Germany.
One of the worst. That's really bad. We don't have any other enemy pizzas, do we? That's a weird one.
I don't know.
Red Baron Pizza. It's like, do we make a habit out of that? We're like, Mussolini chocolates available at your local corner store. That's very weird. What would you do for a Mussolini bar? You know, like you don't hear about that.
I think the chocolate flavored Necco wafers, I should nominate them to be the Mussolini chocolates. What is the candy equivalent of a war crime? That's the one we'll choose.
Look, those candies arrive on time. Say what you want.
Yeah, because they've been sitting on the shelf for 18 months, untouched.
That was Twin Temple with their song Femme Fatale. We started the coffee show this week with the New Zealand band Tall Dwarves and their song Life is Strange. After that, you heard Australia's Courtney Barnett with her amazing song Everybody Here Hates You. Then, I guess an American band, The Regrets, with their song Stop and Go.
Stop and go, huh? That reminds me, I need to stop recording this show and go to program underwriter Ghost Town Coffee Roasters, located at 104 Bridger Center Drive across from the Story Mill Park and at retailers throughout Montana. I was just today at the Story Mill Park for the first time ever.
Ever?
Beautiful park.
Didn't we go there as teenagers to climb around on equipment in flagrant violation?
That was the Story Mill. This is the park that they've
the
turned
park.
that
Yeah,
into.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we went to the old mill to steal old burlap sacks and...
eat a lot of seed corn.
Dare each other to run our hands between the grindstones.
And it's been 12 hours later. Folks at home won't notice that seamless edit, but Randy went to stand outside in the dark and wait until they opened at Ghost Town Coffee Roasters to get a coffee, and he's come back and he's ready now to finish recording the coffee show.
Yeah, I did. I got a bag of specialty coffee.
Oh, nice. You're just going to eat the beans by the fistful?
I kind of like the look of the bag. It's kind of cool. Good design.
Yeah, smell it.
No, I don't want to smell it. That ruins the value of the bag. I'm going to seal this up unsniffed and have it graded later.
Is this like the comic books and magic cards and baseball cards where you send a bag of coffee off?
I'm going to have it graded for condition.
Is that fun? Is that good?
I don't know. I've never done it, but...
To hermetically seal something away?
I like to have things graded by people who don't know anything about it.
Oh, that's good.
So here's this comic book. Could you please grade it? And they're like basing it on the storyline of the comic book. I give it a B+. There you go. Graded. Can you write that down here on the outside for me? That helps. Thanks.
On the comic book itself.
Yeah, in Sharpie, so that people know that story got a B+. From my math teacher.
Yeah, when you went to the Antiques Roadshow, you were an absolute nightmare. You're like, oh, the specialist in end tables, I don't need him. I'm taking this end table to the lady who knows a whole bunch of stuff about ancient Egyptiana.
You telling me you don't have one specialist who knows about new things? Like, I'm excited about avant-garde, cutting-edge new items. Where's that guy?
There's someone there who knows that kind of stuff. He's just insufferable. He pushes up his Warby Parkers.
Come back in 20 years.
Oh my. I was about to steal a joke, but I'll just say it instead. There is a great Instagram and TikToker person who has done a series of parodies of the Antiques Roadshow as the patron and the expert doing the valuation of NFTs a la the Antiques Roadshow.
I'm still thinking about getting into NFTs. Do you think it's too early?
What does NFT mean to you? What do those letters stand for?
Not financially
tenable, not financially tenable. That okay? It's way too late. The only way to get into an NFT now is the same way to get into crypto, where you are an influencer, then you scam people into buying a thing that you have pump and dumped, where you build it up, then you sell the ones you have gotten in flagrant violation of American securities law.
It's a triangle trick.
A triangle trick? You hit the triangle to bring everyone out to the chuck wagon to eat supper?
You gotta get in at the top of the triangle, and then the people below you, it's a triangle trick.
I'm glad someone has finally come up with a phrase to describe that.
Yeah, it seems like you'd be wanting to explain those types of scams, whatever you want to call them.
And finally, someone has come up with a quick and easy phrase that describes it. Thank you, Randy.
Yeah, you think because triangles are stable, it's like one of the more stable shapes. And, you want to be the one who's financially stable, so you get in first. That makes sense. Triangles.
And it's alliterative, so I remember it. Anybody who comes up with a short form thing that's not alliterative is an idiot.
They're just wasting their time and yours, Keith.
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd bring up pyramid scheme, and then I was going to say, yeah, but this is like shallower.
Shallow.
There's no depth to this scam.
Well, NFTs are 2D. They're not 3D.
Yeah, it's just face value. You can take this one at face value.
Randy, this is not financial advice, but I think all our listeners at home should take all of their money and spend it at Program Underwriter Bozeman's Tattoo Alley. And NFT in this situation stands for New Fun Tattoos.
Ooh, exciting. Yeah, I got that tattoo. My parents went to the Grand Canyon, and while they were gone, I snuck out and got this cool tattoo.
That says, my parents went to the Grand Canyon, and all I got was...
My parents went to the Grand Canyon, and all I got was, I snuck out and got this tattoo.
Conceptual, I like it.
And then when they got back, and my plans were ruined because they got me a long-sleeved shirt, and I can no longer show off my tattoo.
Well, that's what you get for getting the tattoo on your torso.
It's a nice shirt. It's a plain Hanes long sleeve tee, but
doesn't even say the Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon. Thanks a lot. I guess they were shopping at secondhand stores near the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, drove into Flagstaff and bought one for you at the big box store.
Hey, maybe they found it at the bottom of the canyon. Things collect in there.
They shook a skeleton out of it and brought it back for you.
I appreciate the effort. It's not that I don't.
Ooh, speaking of skeletons, Randy, we are into the spooky times of this particular season.
It's pretty spooky, but it's not that spooky. Tax season has it beat. I mean, I would rather sit across a desk, like a counter, from 100 skeletons than have to sit and talk to a tax specialist. IRS agent? That's spooky.
It's true.
Here's why. There's a skeleton inside of them.
I went to the hardware store and I bought the 12-foot tall tax agent
skeleton. Yeah. Did it come with the giant calculator and slide rule accessories?
It's a skeleton with a green visor on and an abacus. That is a band called I Don't Know How But They Found Me with their song New Invention from their album Razzmatazz. They have a new album that's going to come out, I think, February of next year. I've already pre-ordered the record and I can't wait to play it for you. Before that, you heard They Might Be Giants covering the band XTC, who was masquerading as the band The Dukes of Stratosphere with the song 25 O'Clock. And we started that batch of songs with TV Girl, their song Loud and Clear. And if you heard any licensed samples in that, that's none of my business.
XTC is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But have you heard about LBC?
LBC? What is that, Randy?
That's our program underwriter Last Best Comedy, Montana's comedy club, home to stand-up and improv and offering classes, private events, and corporate training to all.
No, and it sounds scary and like a party time, good time drug, and I think we should ban it immediately.
No, this training is for you also, Keith, so don't fight it.
We should ban all corporate training for me specifically.
Keith, take the training. If you know what's good for you, you'll take the training.
This is like that time you tried to get me to go to Burning Man. You weren't going. You were just like, Keith, you should go to Burning Man. No, I just wanted
you to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear people are getting stuck in the mud and having trouble getting clean drinking water. Keith, you should go to Burning Man.
Keith, you look like a guy who likes riding a fixie bicycle through a dust storm while wearing goggles and a loincloth.
What are the things you like again? Being in the dirty outdoors, loud noises, like obnoxious noises, and people getting in your space.
Crowds?
Let me tell you.
Party drugs? About the only thing that like at Burning Man I do like is bartering.
Yeah, bartering's cool.
Gifting and bartering. Other than that, no. Would much rather see you all in a nice, well-lit, normal forested park.
Right. Can't we just have a regular conversation indoors with friends and family? That'd be good, thanks.
Play some Frisbee golf.
You play Frisbee golf indoors?
Yeah.
Man, your mom's going to be so sore at you. Oh, she's going to yell at you for breaking the lamp. She warned you that was going to happen.
I play miniature Frisbee golf. We don't use full-sized Frisbees. We use these tiny shrunk down 2-inch diameter discs and you wing them forward.
Keith, you're going to shatter the tiny miniature lamp that your mom worked so hard for. That whole dollhouse is ruined.
I got it right through that miniature windmill into the miniature cage.
That is a tiny hole in one.
Thank you.
It's like a hole in 0.2, whatever your scale is. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's a hole in HO.
See, you got a whole train load of tiny Frisbees to deliver. You got to get there on time. I sure hope the conductor having his feet melded together with a plastic bar doesn't slow him down.
No, if anything, it makes him go faster. You know, the wreck of the old 97, they don't say what they were hauling. You got to put him in the Spencer on time with these tiny Innova brand Frisbee golf discs.
Driving that train made of styrene.
Casey Jones, you better watch your Frisbee golf. That doesn't rhyme.
Better get them Frisbees. They're on time.
You know they were high because they tried to rhyme cocaine with speed.
Hey guys, I have an idea for a song about cocaine. What are historical events that we can put into that song?
See, Randy, in a fight between the Casey Joneses and the John Henrys, I'm with the John Henrys every time.
See, John Henry was just barely laying the track fast enough for the cocaine-fueled speed delivering system. He couldn't do it fast enough, and that's why Casey Jones crashed, I'm pretty sure. Those stories are related.
Probably, right? It's all tied up together. Yeah. Babe the Big Blue Ox is in there somewhere.
If only they thought they could. That would have solved everything.
The Allergies with MC Andy Cooper, the song Utility Man. Before that, you heard the BPA. That stands for the Brighton Port Authority, and that mostly just stands for the guy who you know as Fatboy Slim, but Randy knows as Norman, with their song Should I Stay or Should I Blow? And we started that batch of songs with the J-pop group Atarashi ga Ko and their song Happy Hormones.
Yeah, when Fatboy Slim comes to the bar, we're not so formal.
Yeah.
We just yell, Norm, and he comes and sits down. It's fine.
How are things cooking, Mr. Cook?
Yeah, we often meet at program underwriter Neptune's Brewery. I'll usually text him. I'll be like, when are you going to get here? And he's always like, right about now. And then he doesn't show up for like 15 minutes. Typical.
Yeah, and every time he comes in, he's like, I'm really sorry. I should praise you like I should. Anybody else a fan of big beat music apart from Randy and me?
I sure hope so. There's one person out there who's really enjoying this.
There's one person who's laughing.
It's just for you.
Hi. We hope you're enjoying this week's coffee show. We hope everyone else is as well. Randy, have you thought up, we're really close. Have you thought up your Halloween costume for this year?
I like to do it last minute. So, it's, I've still got several minutes left before then, but I've got it narrowed down to maybe 10 or 20 costumes. I like to do something timely. So I'm thinking Charlie Chaplin, because I got a black suit. I just got to find a bamboo cane and a bowler style hat, and I should be good.
And grow a slightly offensive mustache.
Well, I can just shave mine down and regret it.
And dye it.
Well, it's in black and white. You just assume the color of a man's mustache in a black and white feature. Keith, come on.
Well, they didn't have redheads back in the black and white days because their hair didn't show up.
True. I will be a considerably older, gray mustachioed Charles Chaplin.
A grizzled old tramp, if you will.
Yes, an actual tramp, Charles Chaplin.
What else did you have on that list of Halloween costumes?
Oh, I've got that. I've got Laurel and Hardy, but I'll be half of each. So, the costume that's kind of split down the middle. I'll be half Laurel, half Hardy. It's a fine mess I've gotten myself into this time.
On the Oliver Hardy side, you have half a tie that you can waggle. On the other side, you're clean shaven as Stan Laurel, and you lift up half a hat to fluff up your hair. And that's also a joke for someone, just one person out there who I assume is Ryan Cassavetes.
Yeah. I have my Bud Abbott costume. I'm thinking of doing a couple's costume. I just got to convince my girlfriend to be Lou Costello. Because you can't pull that one off by yourself.
No.
Like, obviously, one person can be both.
No, you can't just walk into a party in a suit and a fedora and say, and then we got the first baseman. His name is who?
Yeah, you can just do both parts rapid fire and confuse everybody. I'm just, I'm the owner of that is neither Abbott nor Costello.
You could just wear a fedora, shave, take your voice up about 2 octaves, and be me in high school doing both sides of Abbott and Costello's Who's on First routine, or if you need it, the Knights Who Say Knee bit from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I'm going to go this year as the scout who picks the team members for Who's on First. And I'm like, what's this guy's name? Gibbons? No, we don't need him. This fella here, what's his last name? Stanwyck? No, absolutely not. He's not right for our team. When am I going to find a good player? Oh, when? Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, yeah, we're looking for pronouns here. We're looking for prepositions only. You got a baseball player named Orr? Oh, wait, that's
Bobby Orr?
Bobby Orr? No, but I mean, that's
he's hockey.
Orr is a conjunction.
Right.
So,
I was just trying to come up with other fun names. You'd taken all the fun out of the costume. I don't even want to be that guy anymore.
Yeah,
thanks a lot.
That's my job. I take the fun out of costumes. That's my costume this year for the Halloween party, is the guy who takes fun out of other people's costumes. I just go dressed as myself, and I go acting like myself.
Same thing you do for every holiday, not just Halloween. Yeah.
Actually, Jason Voorhees does not wear a regulation hockey mask. He has he wears a slightly different,
I don't mean to be deflating your good time, but I measured the candy and it is not regulation fun-sized. It's a little too big for fun-sized, actually.
Whoa, too big to have fun.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, you take a bite and you're like, that would have been fun, but now I got all this left over. What am I going to do with that extra bit of chocolate? It's all over my fingers.
That was fun, but now there's a whole other almond in this thing. Woo.
It brings me no joy, this almond.
Well, fortunately, Randy, I have the solution for you, and that is our final program underwriter this coffee show. And that is our friends at Whistle Pig Korean. Tell them the Great Pumpkin sent you.
We never really got to see the Great Pumpkin, did we, in any of the Peanuts media?
No, it's Charles Schultz's Waiting for Godot is the Great Pumpkin.
I think Linus's faith is the only thing that kept him going, to be honest. He's the one who reads the bit of scripture too in the Christmas special. He's the more serious. He's the not quite fun size one of that bunch, is he?
Well, he has a security blanket. He's looking for stability and purpose and meaning in a inherently cold and uncaring nihilistic world.
Well, he's also got an edge because he gets too comfortable knowing that he's got that security blanket to fall back onto. Mm-hmm. That he just gets out of control in his day-to-day life. Those Van Pelts. Lucy does a poorer job of masking it, but Linus has that. It's inherent in his character as well, I'm telling you.
Linus is an introvert. He brings it all on himself. He sucks his thumb. He holds a blanket. Lucy acts out. She sets up her 5-cent psychiatry stand. She is a...
tearing away the football.
Terrible football holder, and that is why, of course, the person I most identify with in the Peanuts universe is Pigpen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Woodstock. It just reminds me of how I speak. Just a bunch of little lines, yeah.
You also, when you fly, you go upside down and sideways. You're not really stable when you do it.
Also, a lot of my teachers in school were all cellos.
Is it a cello? I thought it was a trombone. Am I wrong? My teacher was a flugelhorn. I love that you're Googling this up. I don't know if this will make the cut of the show, but...
it is trombones.
It is trombones. I thought so. The original voice of Charlie Brown in the specials was Stan Freeberg's son, Donovan Freeberg.
Mm-hmm.
No point to that whatsoever, except for to make me feel cooler in the eyes of one person, who I assume is Ryan Castle.
Was it the original Sally was Fergie from Black Eyed Peas?
Maybe?
I think it's Sally.
I think it was Alanis Morissette, right? Wasn't that who it was? No, I know. I'm joking. She's from You Can't Do That on Television. Yes. Fergie was one of the Peanuts gang. And of course, Snoopy was Air Bud, not a beagle. But Snoopy doesn't look like a beagle, so it's not beagle appropriation.
She was the voice of Sally Brown in 2 Charlie Brown specials. It's Flash Beagle Charlie Brown, that old classic that they re-air, yeah. And Snoopy's Getting Married Charlie Brown.
Whoa. Yeah, those are very late 80s ones. That is not the original Sally.
Mid-80s, yeah.
Let's get it started in here and tell you that it's time for the end of the coffee show. Thank you so much for joining us this week. It is our pleasure and privilege, as always, to play music for you and to have a weird time. If you like the coffee show, you can find some of our digital offerings online on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Just search for The Coffee Show World of Content. Content.
If you like the videos, be sure to push the little hitchhiker thumb button to show that our messages inspired you to go see the world.
And then maybe you'll get a ride to an entirely different video that you'll like more. But
the algorithm, it is so mighty.
And the other thing you can do, of course, is just leave your radio tuned to KGLT for a whole nother week until we return next week when I say that he is Randy.
And he's Keith.
Snappy catchphrase. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of The Coffee Show World of Content. We want to say a very quick thanks to our good friend Jake Monin for our theme song and let you know that all the incidental music in between is from our friends in the band, The Ornery Jacks. Thank you so much to them for writing such great music. You can find all of their tunes and more on the internet. You know how to do that, but we've provided some links in the text description as well for you.
Yes, and I like subscribe notification.
I rang bell and left review and comment.
You sound like the Hunchback.
Well, this is my sanctuary, and also I have a constant ringing in my ears, so fair enough.